Hi everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. It always fascinates me when I see a project which is doing something useful and real. This new model or framework, SVFR, does exactly that. In order to explain, let me first show you a couple of videos from their project page. So for instance, if you look at this video, on the left hand side is the original one, and then look how this SVFR has improved, or enhanced or repaired this video. Let me run it. How good is that? So the top right is what they have done, and then from the left is the one which is quite blurred and black and white, but they have restored it quite nicely. Even better, look at this one. Look at the vividness and crispness of her face on the right hand side. This is really good. Let me play it again. This really has enhanced her. Really. I mean, even it has done the makeup of her. So really good stuff. Look at the eyebrows, and on the cheeks there is some sort of blush on, and then everything looks so good. Even the teeth are shining. This is really nice, and it doesn't really malforms any of the hair, neck, or anything else. Now, one thing I was really amused to see is that I see a hint of jewelry on her neck, around her neck, and but look at this one. It has really made it vivid. Plus, if you closely look, there is some sort of earring on the right hand side, which is very I would say hardly visible on the left hand side, but it has done really well in the actual video. How good is that? Really very intelligent. So this was highly impressive. Now, so we had our fun. Let's have quick of our look into the architecture of this model. I promise I'm not going to bore you with a lot of details. So in very simple words, it is a framework for face video restoration, this SVFR. We are going to install it locally and then we will see how it works. It supports blind face restoration, colorization, and in painting, and their combination within one system. If you look at this diagram, this primarily is telling you the pipeline of this project. So if you start from the left, it is a training pipeline where they have incorporated text task information into training process using a task embedding approach to enhance unified face restoration, and then to enhance performance across different tasks. They have proposed unified latent regularization to effectively aggregate task specific features, therefore improving the model's performance on various tasks. They have also introduced facial landmark information as an auxiliary guidance to help the model learn structural priors related to human face, and that is what I showed you in couple of examples. They have also introduced a self-referred refinement method that ensures temporal stability, and we also saw that especially in the second video. So I think enough talk. Let me take you to my system and we will get it installed. I would also like to thank our good friends at Mast Compute who are sponsoring the VM and GPU for this video. If you're looking to rent a GPU on very affordable prices, I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Plus, I'm also going to give you a coupon code of 50% discount on range of GPU, so do check them out. So let me take you to my terminal where I have this Ubuntu 22.04 and I have one GPU card, NVIDIA RTX 6000 with 48 GB of VRAM, courtesy Mast Compute. Let's create a virtual environment with Conda. Make sure that you create it with Python 3.9 as that is what they support at the moment. Let's install Torch Vision and stuff. That is going to take a minute. And now let me install all the requirements from the root of the repo. Okay, so I think I didn't, sorry, I was not in that repo it seems when sorry, let me quickly go there. In my excitement, I thought I forgot to even clone the repo, and I will drop the link to it in video's description. Now hopefully it is going to run. Yeah, so let's wait for it. Next step is to install the stable diffusion. For that, you would need to install git lfs first, then git lfs install, and then git clone the repo of it. So this is going to take some time, so let's wait for it. Just press Y here and then let it run. And that is also done. I have cleared the screen. Next up, we need to download these models from Google Drive, and you can get that link from the GitHub repo, and I will drop the link in video's description. So wherever you have cloned the repo, just download these files, or you can click on download all and then download it in the models directory within that cloned repo. So for instance, if you have this SVFR here, go to models, you see that we already have downloaded this stable diffusion when I ran that git lfs command. And now all you need to do is to just download these two files in that models directory. So let me do that. This is going to take some time, and then once that's done, we will move to the next step. And once the models are downloaded in that directory, in order to launch the demo in your browser, just run this command, and this is going to open it at your local host at port 7860. So let me run it. An interesting bit is that first time when you run that script, it also downloads some of the models. So let's wait for it. And you can see that it is now running at our local host at port 7860. So let me quickly go to browser and run it over there. There you go. So SVFR is running on our local system where you can play around with it. So I'm just going to go with first this one. Let's do the BFR on top of it. So I just selected this video, and then you can see that these are the tasks which I mentioned in the intro: BFR colorization and BFR colorization. Let's do that. Before I run that, let me also introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are AgentBot. AgentBot lets you effortlessly deploy a personalized knowledge bot across platforms like Discord, Slack, and others. It is ideal for open source tech communities and startups that provide user support, and I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Okay, now let me run it. I'll just click on submit. It is running. Let's quickly check out the VRAM consumption. Should be fun to see how much it is consuming at the moment. Okay, so it is running on CPU. That is so crazy. Okay, let me maybe check out why it is running on CPU. I think because it is, if it is running on CPU, this is going to take ages. So instead of that, I might just change that inference script to see if it runs on GPU. And it is, I just checked my terminal, it is running fine. Even on CPU, the speed looks quite good. So maybe I'll just, this first one, I will let it run on CPU to see how it goes. And now it is generating all the new video clips. So let's wait for it. Okay, and I just quickly rechecked, and it seemed it is now using the GPU. Automatically, I haven't changed anything, so it is using around over 40 GPU of VRAM, by the way. So make sure that you're aware of it. And now it's the same thing, so let it run, and then we will see how it progresses. And it has completed, and you see that it took around, I would say around 3 minutes if you combine both of these. So for 3 minutes for this, let's play it. You see how good is that? And if I, let's play the original, and then let's play the new one. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Okay, next up, what I have done, I have just selected one video from my local system, and I have selected both the tasks, blind face restoration and colorization. So let's see what it does here. I haven't tested it yet, so it should be fun to watch it together. So let's wait for it to finish. So it is, there are, these are the total frames. Let's see. And it has produced the results. And you see, I will leave it to you, but I think it has enhanced the sunlight here. Anyway, so let me first play this original one. It's a natural light. I don't think so light is on in my room. It's a daytime. So this is original. Let me play this one. So it has added colorization here, and I have even lipstick. So it has restored it because the video was not that bad, so we will give it to that. And you can of course, because it's, I think we should cut some slack to model because it was not black and white. And as I told you earlier, we can even do the black and white ones and we can simply colorize them. But not bad at all, I would say. Pretty good. Anyway, now you have seen both, and let me know what do you think about it. Play around with it. Let me know if you have any videos which are blurred, try restoring them with it. Try restoring black and white video with it, and let me know how you go. And by the way, we have covered a lot of other tools, similar tools with AI on the channel. So if you're interested, just search with it. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps. Thank you for watching.